So yeah, hello. So in this video, we'll be learning to create various virtual machines, namely client machine and server machine, right? So in order to do that, first we need to open the remote desktop connection. We'll be connecting to our given configurations and just wait for some time till the dialog box open. This is the dialog box that we are going to see. Now suppose that this is our basic interface that we see in the very beginning, right? Now I have the various virtual machines created, but I'll create two more machines, namely client and a server machine, for your convenience. In first we'll be creating a client machine and then we are going to create a server machine, right? So for that we need to click on home. We need to go on create a new virtual machine. Click on the setting custom advanced. Remember, custom advanced. We'll be not doing any changes in this dialog box. We'll be clicking on next. In this is a very important file that we need to select. Remember that when we are going to create a server machine, we are going to select IMS Soft Windows Server 2012 R2 new. For server machine, we are going to select Windows Server 2012 R2 new, whereas for client machine we are going to select Windows 10 into 64 pre-activated. To locate these files in the virtual machine, we need to click on browse. We need to go in local disk C. From here we can access local disk C, as you can see over here. We need to go in IMS Soft and we need to select the appropriate file. Now since we are creating a client machine first, we will be selecting Windows 10 into 64 pre-activated version. We'll be clicking on it and click open. Now we are going to click next. In this Windows product key, we do not need to enter anything. In this name, we are going to enter the name of the machine that we want. Let's say, suppose that I'm entering client 3. The password that we want to put, any password upon our convenience that we want, and click on next, right? Now over here, we need to set the name of the virtual machine. We'll be entering client 3 without any space, and on the location we need to go on browse. We need to go in this PC, local disk C, virtual machine, and select or create a new folder name as client 3 or whatever we want to wish. If we skip this step, there is no problem. We can just go with this location that is given by default, and if we want something more to do in this, as I said, we can go in this PC, go in local disk C, select virtual machines, and then select the folder that we want. Now we'll be going in next. Now over here in this we'll be selecting BIOS. Click on next. In number of processors for both client machine and server machine, we are going to select 1 and 1. So over here 1 is already selected. In here we will also select 1 and click on next. Now remember, this portion is about the virtual machine memory allocation. So for client machine we need to put 2 GB as our RAM. Remember, for client machine 2 GB as RAM, and for DC machine, which I'll show later, we have to put at 4 GB. Now since we are creating a client machine, we'll click on 2 GB and click on next. In this we are going to select with we are going to go with what is already selected, use network address translation. Click on next. In this again no changes, click on next, again no changes, next. Now over here we are going to go again with the selected option, that is create a new virtual disk. Click on next. Now over here when we are creating a virtual client machine, we are going with the memory space of 60 GBs and we'll be selecting store virtual disk as a single file. We'll be selecting the file space, that is 60 GB, and store virtual disk as a single file. Click on next. We will not do any changes in this. We will just click on next. Now over here we get the option to customize hardware. We'll click on this. We'll go in network adapter. Remember to go in network adapter. Click on LAN segment. Click on LAN segment and click on LAN 1 that we have created earlier or which we are going to create new. We have selected LAN 1. Click on close and click on finish. Now this will create a client machine that we want with the required specifications and the norms that are given to us. Now, alright, so the process is complete, and now we can see a new machine named as client 3 is created. Now this machine will automatically start. We need not perform any actions right now. We wait for some time. So we'll just select the model first and then jump to the creation of. Alright, so this is the option that we are going to get when we are creating a client machine. Remember, we are going to get the option of Windows 10 Enterprise pre-activated when we are going to create client machines. We will click on Windows 10 Enterprise pre-activated and click on next. Now this process is going to take some time, so let us now move to creation of another server machine. So we'll click on home, we will go on create a new virtual machine. Again we'll click on custom. We will not do any changes in this web page, this dialog box. And for creating as I said earlier in the video, for creating a server machine, we need to go to local disk C IMSsoft, and we need to select Windows Server 2012 R2 new. This is the file that we select. This is the last file that is present in that system. We'll click on open. We'll click on next. Again, we will name this as suppose DC. Let's suppose AADC. We will set the password according to our wish that we want, and we'll click on next. In this again we need to set the name of the PC, that is AADC. If we want to do changes in this, we can. If we do not want to do any changes, we can just click on next. We'll click on BIOS, click next. Number of processors, again it will be 1 and 1. Click next. Now this is the RAM allocation. For server machine we need to select 4 GB. As you can see over here, we have selected 4096, that is MB, that is 4 GB. We'll click on next. Again no changes, no changes, no changes. Again no changes. Create a new virtual disk, that is already selected. Now over here we need to change this setting, that is when we are creating a server disk, the minimum recommended setting is 100 GB of data of memory and store in a virtual disk file, same as what we did in client machine. We will click on next. No changes in this. We'll let the file name be what it is. Click on next. Now again in this option we need to go on customize hardware. Over here network adapter, and again LAN segment, LAN 1. Click on close. Now we will click on finish. Now this is going to create our server machine that has been created, as you can see. Let us see the progress of client machine. As you can see here, the installation of Windows in progress is 47%, and over here we can see that the server machines are being loaded.